pace and not a horizontal bat like he did. Like that, maybe just go forward and have a little dab at it and amble through for the single. So just have a look at what the wicket has done, because the first 10 overs in the Chittagang innings yielded 75 runs and 64 in the second 10.
7 runs in over. It's not challenging. It gives you a license as a batsman, especially openers. Just have a feel. Get your bearings and then go after the bowlers. And if as an opposition captain, he opts to open the bowling with an auxiliary bowler, it tells you he's hoping. He's hoping for a big thing.
Well, at times batsmen get a little complacent when they see a part-time bowler come in and try to take opportunities.
Correct.
Whips that away, no runs, a good over. 1 done, 3 without loss.
Got it! এই তো রাজবাড়ি
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই
ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি গ্রামীণ ফোন অনলাইনে পছন্দের জিনিসটির পেমেন্ট বিকাশ করলে দুটো লাভ এক কেনাকাটা হবে ঘরে বসেই বাড়তি কোনো চার্জ ছাড়া আর দুই আপনি পাবেন 20% পর্যন্ত ইনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যাশব্যাক তার মানে ক্যাশের চেয়ে বিকাশ ভালো আপনার একটা বিকাশ অ্যাকাউন্ট আছে তো
That one towards mid wicket with a
recovered thankfully for his team.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Rather than playing for the gallery, he should ease into the job, making a comeback. Despite his time, plenty of over.
Not much of a concern with 7, the original rate. See that that's got the bottom part of the bat, a thickish inside part.
Yes, no matter how well you are hitting them in the nets, it's the match pressure.
আকিশ সিমেন্ট স্থাপনাকে দেয় 100 বছরের অধিক স্থায়িত্বের নিশ্চয়তা
থাইল্যান্ড যাবার ইচ্ছেটা যাদের এত বেশি তারা রবিতে যে কোনো পরিমাণ রিচার্জে পাচ্ছেন ব্যাংককের এয়ার টিকেট জেতার যোগ এছাড়াও পাচ্ছেন অসংখ্য
ফ্লোরাল ফিউশন অয়েলের আধুনিক
Over started here, little tentative, yes and no, sent back wisely. Tamim Iqbal, you'd expect a batsman of the caliber of Tamim Iqbal, who's very aggressive when he wants to be, feel that he's easing into it. And oh, that hurried through. It's very good from Munawira.
Change of pace, change of trajectory, posing a bit of problem for Tamim Iqbal. He doesn't look out of sorts. The only problem he's facing at the moment is timing the ball. That's in the air, gone right up. Take it. First blood drawn through Munawira. It's a big wicket.
You could see the pressure building. We were mentioning that Tamim Iqbal is not really timing the ball and seemed to be a little cramped when he tries to swing that ball away. You see, it's pretty close to him and it got that leading edge and 7 for 1 COMILLA. Tamim Iqbal goes for 4.
No jor jabardosti, only ultra gliding cool shaving foam the real smooth experience proti shave cool real man kokhono jor khaটায় না
তুমি কখনোই সবকিছুতে এক্সপার্ট হতে পারবে না এটা তো সবাই জানে রাইট তাহলে তোমার সাধারণ শ্যাম্পু তা দিয়ে কিভাবে ড্যান্ড্রাফ দূর হবে নেভার ফাইনালি পেয়েছি ভরসা করার মতো একটি শ্যাম্পু বেস্ট এভার ক্লিয়ার নিউট্রিয়েন্ট 10 যুক্ত যা দেয় জিরো ড্যান্ড্রাফ নন স্টপ তাই যখনই চাই জিরো ড্যান্ড্রাফ আমার ভরসা শুধুই ক্লিয়ার নাথিং টু হাইড
স্যার লুজ প্লিজ এমন ঝড়ের গতিতে সব লিখে ফেলতে ম্যাটাডোর জার্মান হাই ফ্লো ইঙ্ক লেখাকে করে সুপার ডুপার ফাস্ট এন্ড
Well, he's there because Tamim Iqbal played a pull stroke. The ball wasn't there. Length wasn't the right one. When you're pulling the ball as a batsman, you have to make sure you hit the ball at the arm length. He was cramped, top-edged it.
Now he was into that shot pretty early, and that might have been a little off-putting for the keeper. And he tried to paddle it. Did he get a bit of back to it? Yeah, it's just possibly shaved the face of the bat on its way down the leg side.
Well, wicketkeeper Ronke was anticipating a slider. Bowler opted for a slowish delivery and an off-spin.
One was given us runs.
Worked well for the fielding side. Only 4 runs were added.
Instead of 5. 3 overs done, 14 for 1.
বাইরে দেওয়ালের উপর ধুলো টিকতেই দেয় না এপেক্স আল্টিমা
কটেন এই তো রাজবাড়ি
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই
ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি গ্রামীণ ফোন
বাংলাদেশের একমাত্র ইলেকট্রিক আর্ক ফার্নেসে পরিশোধনের পর তৈরি হয় ভূমিকম্প সহনীয় স্টিল AKS.
Liton Kumar Dash and Imrul Kais in the middle. Going to be Sikandar Raza to the right-handed batsman is trying to again. Now that's something that didn't work too well in the previous over. Just have a look at this in the last over. Nothing on the bat, quite a bit of distance, a lot of daylight or evening light, artificial light between bat and ball. Still it was given off the bat.
Well, I think judging with this replay, umpire has to see a good ophthalmologist.
Down the wicket, gives him the charge. This is going to go 1 bounce into the boundary. Well, you have the good and the bad. He did well earlier in the day.
Yeah, that was a brilliant decision and quite contrasting. The other one, but followed by a good stroke.
Oh, that kept low. He had to hurry down on that one. Now, can be a little disconcerting.
22 for 1 after 4. Again, it's not a comparison you want to keep your eyes on if you're the COMILLA Victorians, because after that rollicking start, 4 overs 40 for no loss, it's at this stage that things started to go wrong for Chittagang. Good evening, Roshan.
Good evening, Gautam. Yes, I couldn't have agreed more with you. They just couldn't kick on. But I think the spinners are looking to try and create some pressure here. Dilshan Munawir looking to fire the ball in. Rasa different, looking to get some purchase. Dilshan Munawir, of course, not a spinner of the ball as such, doesn't spin it a lot, but tends to slide on.
Tell me you're the right person to ask. I said in the previous game that he reminds me a little bit in his bowling style of his namesake, Tilakratne Dilshan, in terms of just the way he bowls.
Yeah, I think he's got a action close to that. But Dilshan would bowl it a little bit slower, and at the point of delivery he might be a little bit more settled and balanced. Munawira tends to kind of rush in.
But overall very similar in makeup, aggressive opening batsmen, both of them, both chip in as more than part-time off spinners. Dilshan, of course, towards the end of his career was almost full-time.
Yeah, but this man has a lot to prove in terms of getting close to Tilakaratne Dilshan. They may be similar in styles and approach, but I think the similarity stops there, because the record for Tilakaratne Dilshan is phenomenal.
Yeah, Munawira just made his ODI debut. Pick a one.
খেলা 100 হোক না হোক আমাদের বাড়ি কিন্তু 100 হবে
ঠিক তাই ফ্লাই অ্যাশবিহীন আকিশ সিমেন্ট স্থাপনাকে দেয় 100 বছরের অধিক স্থায়িত্বের নিশ্চয়তা
কটেন এই তো রাজবাড়ি
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই
ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও
যখন আপনার সাথে আছে হিরো i3s প্রযুক্তি তখন সাশ্রয় হবে জ্বালানি আর সঞ্চয় হবে টাকা এটি স্মার্ট এটি i3s
sight in this tournament, the AKS BPL 2017 powered by Shah Cement of CJ Chris Jordan, and he's bowling from the Shah Cement end to start off his BPL stint. 105 wickets in 98 games. Like to work on that economy a little bit, but his slower delivery is something that's almost become a trademark. He's been so useful for England.
Yeah, he's been very good at T20. I know that he started off playing a bit of 50 over cricket, but he's now moved into being almost a T20 specialist. It's quite pacey. He can work up a good head of steam. But yes, you're right, it's the mix that really makes him such a good bowler, particularly in the depth.
Yeah, if you focus on his grip, it's many of his slow deliveries are just like a conventional off spinner. Doesn't bother too much of the tricky stuff from the back of the hand. He uses a lot of them. He bowled that last one at about 135.8.
I think the game has seen a lot of changes and a lot of innovations, particularly T20 cricket that's been created by bowlers and even batsmen with their stroke play. Now that wouldn't please the side too much. That's a swinging delivery, but way down the leg side.
10 k's an hour. Batted well today as well. That's an extra asset to his game that he's worked on, knowing that he'd be needed. That's been picked up, but again, just didn't find the placement. He would have liked to go much straighter. Only one man in the deep out there, and he found him. Still, we haven't seen evidence of that trademark Jordan delivery yet. Just feeling his way into the tournament.
Yeah, COMILLA has looked to come up with a more measured approach rather than looking to blast the bowling. I think they're trying to have a decent foundation before they really look to take on the bowling. Appear to be a little bit conscious about losing wickets. They're looking for singles and twos, the odd boundary. So Leighton Dar's approach the other day was very different. He was just going after the bowling and he got about 20 odd runs in just a handful.
All in that single over, and then in the last ball he tried to repeat the dose and lost his wicket. So obviously learned his lesson from there, though in that last delivery we saw Jordan. Is this the slower one coming? Yes, it was. That's the one just that comes out of the palm of his hand. 113 k's an hour.
Yeah, it's about variety in T20 cricket. You talk to Lasith Malinga, he would tell you that he'll try and bowl something different to beat the batsman, get a dot ball in, because T20 cricket is all about dot balls and trying to restrict the batsman's scoring, because it's free for all as far as T20 cricket is concerned. Batsmen just go after the bowling.
That's over the top. That'll be a boundary. Imrul Kayes was looking to break free and he spotted that one from Jordan. Another slower delivery. He saw it early.
I got the feeling that he was deceived just a little bit in flight, but did well to recover quickly, and the timing was right, just over the man at mid-off. I think he should have, had he timed the jump a little bit better, who knows, but a good shot, welcome boundary.
Also picked the shortest man in the field. A lot of other players in this team would have pouched that very, very easily. Hana Mulhaq, Bijoy. Is Imrul Kayes going to maximise? So often we've seen the last ball of the 6th over, something happens.
Only a wide. What were you expecting?
One more ball to come, one more ball to come. Come on, let's give him a chance. Let's give Jordan and Imrul Kayes a chance. See, oh, power play just about to finish.
What he predicted. Something happens in the last ball, that's what he said. We're still waiting. We've been made to wait.
Yes, the fans at least are enjoying chanting for the COMILLA team. Like Dhaka was supported in the afternoon. For some reason, not as many Chittagong supporters as there are COMILLA supporters in full voice. Misbah ul Haq goes back to the long on boundary. See, they were anticipating something as well. And it all falls flat thanks to the change in field. Never mind, power play done, 33 for 1.
Got it! এই তো রাজবাড়ি আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই ম্যাথ দেখি সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন follow my net.
When I can't see through, when I'm feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
Swadika.
থাইল্যান্ড যাবার ইচ্ছেটা যাদের এত বেশি তারা রবিতে যে কোনো
This time their troubles had started. Wickets started to fall. The brakes were put on. Rashid Khan got into his stride. They won't be too unhappy with where they are right now. If they keep wickets in hand, I think COMILLA are comfortable.
I think the key there was when Chittagang batted, it was the factor, Rashid Khan factor. They knew that they had an ace up their sleeve who could come in and create something different. That's what Chittagang doesn't have here.
He's a little lucky there. He picked that fielder, but I don't think he hit it as well as he would have liked. He wanted to clear him with ease. At the end, he picks up just a couple of runs.
Munavira fires the ball in, so that pace, very useful when you play shots like that. You can just time it, use the pace and play it. That's better, that's better. That's gone behind point. It will race away to the boundary. Good effort in the deep. My feeling is that looked a boundary. Let's see anyway. I'm sure the umpires would want to check it.
I think you call that right, because his body was touching the rope, and no, he's done well. He's done brilliantly. Shomu Sarkar. He touched the boundary ropes, but the ball was not in contact with him.
He's touching.
I think he did really indic your work, but maybe just about 88.5.
Well, good work. Very good work indeed. Shomusaka on the boundary, clearly saved a couple of runs. Already 4 runs on the first 2 balls. That's better. Straight away you could see that he's looking to bowl it slower. After that reverse sweep and that shot behind point, can't afford to give pace on the ball. We can mix it up. Don't be predictable.
He's bowled Dilshan Munawira through. 4 overs on the trot in the first 7. He obviously knows what strategy he has here. He's got Jordan, bowled 1 over, got him for the back end of the innings. But that has been the problem for Misbah-ul Haq. As you mentioned, Rashid Khan is an example. Teams have a weapon to go to. Dhaka Dynamites have Sunil Narayan, now even Shahid Afridi added to the mix. But for Chittagong, no real match-winning weapon with the ball. Oh dear, he was going,
was not there, and just enough turn. Clever, looking to impart some spin, and the ploy pays off. So Litton Das goes out for 21. It's 39 for 2 COMILLA.
এখন গান শুনো কোনো ইন্টারনেট চার্জ ছাড়া।
Yonder Music, download the #1 music app now, exclusively Robi এবং Airtel userদের জন্য. No money for music.
একটু হিসাব করে চলতে হয়। পিক আওয়ার সিম তো। সকালে এটা, দুপুরে এটা, রাতে এটা, কখন যে কোনটা অন থাকে আসলে একটু হিসাব।
বাংলা লিংকে ফিরলে এত হিসাব করতে হয় না।
বন্ধু বাংলা লিংক সংযোগ চালু করলেই টানা 3 মাস আধা পয়সা 1 পয়সায় কথা বলুন মাত্র 39 টাকা রিচার্জে, আর সাথে আছে 10 জিবি পর্যন্ত ইন্টারনেট বোনাস। বাংলা লিংক।
This is sunshine smile, makes me feel this way. When I can't see through, when I'm feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
বন্ধুদের নাম্বার 1 নেটওয়ার্ক এয়ারটেলে ফিরে আসলেই 20 জিবি বোনাস। এয়ারটেল।
স্যার লুজ প্লিজ। এমন ঝড়ের গতিতে সব লিখে ফেলতে ম্যাটাডোর বল পেন। এতে আছে জার্মান হাই ফ্লো ইঙ্ক, লেখাকে করে সুপার ডুপার ফাস্ট। ফাস্ট এন্ড ফাস্ট।
Swadika.
থাইল্যান্ড যাবার ইচ্ছেটা যাদের এত বেশি তারা রবিতে যে কোনো পরিমাণ রিচার্জে পাচ্ছেন ব্যাংককের এয়ার টিকিট জেতার সুযোগ। এছাড়াও পাচ্ছেন অসংখ্য সারপ্রাইজ। রবি।
His job was made easier. Butler, who opened the innings in the previous games, made way for Tamim Iqbal today. Now coming in at number 4. He's played this role before in different franchises, for England as well. When he doesn't get a chance to open, he bats down the order.
So different in coloured clothing. I've seen him play Test cricket, but he's absolutely brilliant when he plays the shorter format. Seen him play some breathtaking innings. Still remember the 100 he got against Sri Lanka in one of the limited over games. But Sri Lanka just managed to win that series 3-2, but it was absolutely fantastic. That was in England.
A bit like Martin Guptill of New Zealand. He puts on the white clothes and seems to forget to play. He's so destructive as a one-day player and a T20 player. Butler too. Moment he sees a bit of colour on his clothes. Yeah, that's me. I'm Joss. I can play and hit the ball hard.
It's its hand-eye coordination and the power he generates. Really strong forearms and packs a punch. Sikandar Rasa needs to do a good job here. So far he's just gone for 2. This is that last wicket. Was deceived in the flight. Good angle from round the wicket. Spinning back just a fraction.
And that deviation was apparent. That's what really deceived him. Have a look at that. 58 centimetre difference in that.
Yeah, it's the angle when you go round the wicket. Munavira did very well to slide a few balls across the right-hander and hold one back and spin it. That should be a wide. Now this is an area that Chittagong will have to be careful of. One ball.
He's moving around all over the place is Jos Buttler. Sikandar held one back. This time he went through with it. You know, Imrul Kayes deals with Sikandar Raza. Obviously keeping the likes of Taskin Ahmed back is Misbah. Rasping shot, but there's protection out there. We're outside the power play. The end of 8 overs. Still going along well despite the loss of that second wicket. 45 for 2.
সারাদিনের ব্যস্ততায় ত্বকের যত্ন নেওয়ার সময় কই ফলাফল শুষ্ক ত্বক এজন্য আম চাই ভ্যাসলিন ডিপ রিস্টোর এতে আছে ভ্যাসলিন জেলি যা প্রচন্ড শীতেও ত্বকে দেয় 6 গুণ দীর্ঘস্থায়ী ময়শ্চারাইজেশন আর দেয় সুস্থ ও সতেজ ত্বক সারাদিন আমার কাজ তো শেষ কিন্তু ভ্যাসলিনের কাজ চলছেই
সাদিকা থাই ভাষা থাইল্যান্ড যাবার ইচ্ছেটা যাদের এত বেশি তারা রুবিতে যে কোনো পরিমাণ রিচার্জে পাচ্ছেন ব্যাংককের এয়ার টিকিট জেতার সুযোগ এছাড়াও পাচ্ছেন অসংখ্য সারপ্রাইজ রবি
লাক্স জেসমিনের চিরচেনা সৌরভে ফ্লোরাল ফিউশন অয়েলের আধুনিকতা যা দেয় ফুলের মতো কোমল আর সুরভিত ত্বক আমার সৌরভ আমার পরিচয় লাক্স
Liton Kumar Dash hung around for 21 runs but took 20 balls medium, 27 wickets in his 20-over career. He's had some important wickets in the previous games. See what he can do this time around. That's long and handsome and almost into the crowd. Yeah.
তাদের সাথে তামিম আজ তার ফার্স্ট ম্যাচে আজকে জয়েন করলো তো কেমন লাগছে
We were very excited to see him, but sadly উনি মাত্র রিকভারি থেকে ফিরে আসছে, so I'm sure উনি ফিউচারে আরো ভালো পারফর্ম করবে এবং he's gonna make this tournament a big one. He's gonna do good. মাত্র ফিরে আসলো, I'm sure সামনে ফাটাবে।
কিন্তু আজকে যে স্কোরটা করলো এটা নিয়ে কি আপনি স্যাটিসফাইড?
আজকে I think he wasn't up to his full potential because একটা মানুষ ইনজুরি থেকে আসতে he needs some time to come back. The physical recovery ব্যাপার আছে, mental recovery ব্যাপার আছে। So tournament আগাতে I'm sure he's gonna make it back and he's gonna make it big. We believe in Tamim.
Yeah, inshallah. So we are almost in the middle of our game. So what do you think? What will be the score of COMILLA Victorians today?
I still can't say that, but it's an easy target, so I think they should win this. Really hoping that they win it.
Okay, best of luck for COMILLA Victorians, and now going back to commentary.
Well, they need to go at 7.48 runs per over from now on. Shouldn't be that difficult a task as long as they can hang on to the wickets. And Imrul Kayes and Josh Buttler, they've got a lot of experience in the middle. Buttler walking into it, bowling well, just restraining him from freeing his arms.
Well, Imrul Kayes, a man in form. Josh Buttler, a man in form. So as long as the two are out there, they will feel that They're firmly in control of this game. As you say, just 7.59 to the over needed. And very manageable.
Just a mere push down, and he's off and running. That's very good to see, despite the ball being hit pretty hard. Off and running straight away. Devashish Roy. Second fastest bowler in the tournament. The average speed of 130 from 0.7, but the fastest delivery 145.9. This young man can generate a bit of pace. He's very aggressive in nature also, as we have seen on various occasions. Slapped away through the covers. No one's going to stop that. Brilliant shot. Really latched onto that one. 9 overs done.
Easy grip, ব্যবহারে এর স্বাচ্ছন্দ্য আর ফিজিক্যাল ইন্ডাকশন সিল ওর ব্যাচ নাম্বার দেয় আসল মোবিল অয়েলের নিশ্চয়তা। মোবিল চালু থাক আপনার উন্নতির যাত্রা।
তুমি কখনোই সবকিছুতে এক্সপার্ট হতে পারবে না, এটা তো সবাই জানে, রাইট? তাহলে তোমার সাধারণ শ্যাম্পু তা দিয়ে কিভাবে ড্যান্ড্রাফ দূর হবে? নেভার। ফাইনালি পেয়েছি ভরসা করার মতো একটি শ্যাম্পু, বেস্ট এভার ক্লিয়ার, নিউট্রিয়েন্ট 10 যুক্ত, যা দেয় জিরো ড্যান্ড্রাফ। তাই যখনই চাই জিরো ড্যান্ড্রাফ, আমার ভরসা শুধুই ক্লিয়ার। ক্লিয়ার, নাথিং টু হাইড।
ও তো ক্যাডেট কলেজে ফার্স্ট বয় ছিল।
কোন ক্যাডেট?
ময়মনসিংহ ক্যাডেট কলেজ।
কিন্তু ময়মনসিংহ ক্যাডেট তো মেয়েদের কলেজ।
ভিটামিন এ এর বাড়তি সুরক্ষাযুক্ত সুপার ফ্রেশ ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল, যা ওমেগা 3 ও 6 এর পারফেক্ট ব্যালেন্স এবং বেটা ক্যারোটিন সমৃদ্ধ। সুপার ফ্রেশ ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল, কিছু বাড়তি ভালোর জন্য।
কটেট!
এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই।
ম্যাপ দেখি। সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
সারাদিনের ব্যস্ততায় ত্বকের যত্ন নেওয়ার সময় কই? ফলাফল শুষ্ক ত্বক। এজন্য আমার চাই ভ্যাসলিন ডিপ রেস্টোর। এতে আছে ভ্যাসলিন জেলি, যা প্রচন্ড শীতেও ত্বকে দেয় 6 গুণ দীর্ঘস্থায়ী ময়শ্চারাইজেশন আর দেয় সুস্থ ও সতেজ ত্বক সারাদিন। আমার কাজ তো শেষ, কিন্তু ভ্যাসলিনের কাজ চলছেই।
সেই কথা বলুন মাত্র 39 টাকা রিচার্জে, আর সাথে আছে 10 জিবি পর্যন্ত ইন্টারনেট বোনাস। বাংলা লিংক।
অনলাইনে পছন্দের জিনিসটির পেমেন্ট বিকাশ করলে দুটো লাভ। 1, কেনাকাটা হবে ঘরে বসেই, বাড়তি কোনো চার্জ ছাড়া। আর 2, আপনি পাবেন 20% পর্যন্ত ইনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যাশব্যাক। তার মানে ক্যাশের চেয়ে বিকাশ ভালো। আপনার একটা বিকাশ অ্যাকাউন্ট আছে তো?
Yes, the sunshine smile makes me feel this way. When I can't see through, when I'm feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
বন্ধুদের নাম্বার 1 নেটওয়ার্ক এয়ারটেলে ফিরে আসলেই 20 জিবি বোনাস। এয়ারটেল।
75 in the first 10 overs, 64 in the second 10 overs, which is going exactly the wrong way for Chittagong right the way through this tournament. They start off with a bang, end with a whimper. So Josh Butler eyeing the field, having a look at there's a keeper close in, short third man, backward point, deep cover, and a long off. Brothers Bravo sitting there, an edge induced by Josh Butler. 2 fielders chasing it. The ball is going to reach the fence before they do. 4 more runs, rather fortunate.
That is unfortunate. Sikandaraza, Josh Butler expecting that to turn a little bit more. Got a thick outside edge. And that ball ran down to third man boundary. Another boundary for them. 63 they move on to now.
Yeah, look at that. Keeper just maybe thought would have gone to it. Not quite. Like the way Josh Butler seems to try and catch the eye of the bowler, upset their rhythm by moving around and before the ball is released. Steps back. Imrul Kayas on strike now. Be steady at his crease as it tucks that away. The 2 different approaches by the 2 batsmen. Josh Butler prepared to move around at the wicket. Let's see what he does this time around. 6 runs so far. The first 3 that have been bowled. What is Josh Butler going to do? This time he holds his ground, stays steady. Yeah, just there you go. A couple of balls back. He's stepping back to be intimidated by that or tempted into doing something out of the ordinary. Easy runs coming at the moment. They're happy.
Field a spread.
সাথে রাখো সব সময় সেন্টার ফ্রেশ সিনেমা সেন্টার ফ্রেশ ম্যাজিক অফ ফ্রেশনেস
আছে 10 জিবি পর্যন্ত ইন্টারনেট বোনাস বাংলা লিংক
ভাবনা থেকেই ভালো কাজের শুরু অ্যান্টিঅক্সিডেন্ট ও ফ্লেভোনয়েড সমৃদ্ধ এক অসাধারণ ব্লেন্ডের ফ্রেশ প্রিমিয়াম টি খুলে দেয় ভাবনার দুয়ার
Have a look at the last ball of the last over. Imrul Kayes did have a big swing at it, but somehow he thought he might not have got those 72 meters distance that was required. Was it pretty close? Well, not quite, not as close as I initially thought. But he must have had his heart in his mouth for a while there. You know, what do you think?
Yeah, it looked like it might not quite have the legs to get there. And a disappointing Sikandaraza because he thought the case deal end.
Yeah, comes in the 11th over to have his first bowl. I think in one of the matches we saw him opening the bowling from one end. So there's quite a mix and change for the bowling side. Chittagang Vikings setting a target of 139 for 4. Sanjaman Islam 26 wickets in his 20-over career. No wicket against COMILLA. 1 against Rangpur Riders, couple against the Khulna Titans. We'll be hoping that he can make a breakthrough. They desperately need to break this partnership worth 34 runs now. Very quickly done too.
We're just talking about creating pressure and getting a wicket. These two in a partnership of 97. Of just 72 the other evening to win 79, sorry, partnership. And they went about their business just as they are today, Shamim. No pressure, they won by 9 wickets in the end. But very similar circumstances. Happily finding the gaps, milking the ball, and when the boundary opportunity comes, taking it.
Absolutely, I think that's the right way of going about it. Minimize the risk factor in your shots. Just ensure that, as you mentioned, milk the runs, play more orthodox shots. After 10 overs, the Vikings were 76 for 1. Just a run behind and well in control. Is that down the leg side? Yeah. By Shokot has another little bit of exercise, extends his arms and signals that wide. 8 wides, too many. And the 5 were not given, was given as runs, 4 runs. Tuck around the corner, sensible batting. Sometimes orthodox approach, even in a T20 format, pays off. You can bide your time.
It certainly does. And often we've seen teams at the beginning of the innings losing early wickets, Shamim, and not being able to just take a step back and continue to push through the middle overs and then be able to launch again at the end of the innings. So this is absolutely perfect for COMILLA, showing their experience.
There he is, a little movement from Butler, but even then the bowler just sticks to his line and restricts him to a single of the last, well, one more delivery to go after this.
There is the movement, but the ball still comes in a good area, Shamim. Doesn't look to force it. He's just trying to get the bowler off his mark. If he stays there, then he plays the appropriate shot.
Well, it's been use of the angles right through this over. 7 runs from it after 11, 79 for 2.
Got it! এই তো রাজবাড়ি আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই দেখি সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি গ্রামীণ ফোন
বাইরের দেওয়ালের উপর ধুলো টিকতেই দেয় না এপেক্স আল্টিমা।
সোয়াদিকা
থাইল্যান্ড যাবার ইচ্ছেটা যাদের এত বেশি তারা রবিতে যে কোনো পরিমাণ রিচার্জে পাচ্ছেন ব্যাংককের এয়ার টিকিট জেতার সুযোগ। এছাড়াও পাচ্ছেন অসংখ্য সারপ্রাইজ। রবি
এলো ফ্রেশ সুপার প্রিমিয়াম সল্ট, এর আয়োডিন ও ব্যালেন্সড মিনারেলস শরীরের ইলেকট্রোলাইট ব্যালেন্স করে যেন আপনি থাকেন সবসময় অ্যাক্টিভ। ফ্রেশ সুপার প্রিমিয়াম সল্ট, অ্যাক্টিভ সারাদিন।
Innings to roll over his arms, 43 wickets, and he's only into his 43rd match. 20 over career. Had a wonderful match the other day. Really excelled with the ball. Has been a little out of sorts internationally, but he's showing signs of returning back to good form. Also his BPL career, 26 matches and 33 wickets. Economy could do with a little bit of improvement, but look at these best figures, 5 for 31. Try to replicate that, at least get amongst the wickets. They need a breakthrough very, very quickly to the Chittagang Vikings team. Yorker length ball dug out. Batsman to come, Marlon Samuels. Good strike rate. Mohammad Nabi, even a better strike rate. The skipper, DJ Bravo, what can you say about him? Lots of batting to come. Kane bowls that foolish length delivery. Doesn't allow Imrul Kayas to free his arms.
Yeah, the captain, Misbah ul Haq, lots on his mind. But if there's anybody who can get wickets for him, it's this man. Great return and a match-winning performance against the Rangpur Riders back in Sylhet in the first leg of the AK.
This time they're often running, the ball just bouncing and slowing down enough before it reaches the fielder. Crossing areas in this edition, and look at that. Oh, we'll have another look at that.
Spun into oblivion, that graphic, Shamim.
Well, to err is human, and with machines, what can you say? Just in that state of affairs when are really going all out, waiting for things to happen. Good bowling from Tuscan. He's kept it right up. He's been brave enough to try the Yorkers, and they've paid off. Ross Butler's scoring areas. There you go, confirmation of that. Lots just forward of square. Only 12% behind square. And look at the long red ones, the sixes that are hit in that area between square leg and mid-on. Big, long strikes. Oh, had to reach for it. Initially, that was the movement we've seen him try so very often in this innings. And the bowling school.
ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
লাক্স জেসমিনের চিরচেনা সৌরভে ফ্লোরাল ফিউশন অয়েলের আধুনিকতা, যা দেয় ফুলের মতো কোমল আর সুরভিত ত্বক। আমার সৌরভ, আমার পরিচয়। লাক্স।
বন্ধুদের নাম্বার 1
ওয়ান নেটওয়ার্ক এয়ারটেলে ফিরে আসলেই 20 জিবি বোনাস। এয়ারটেল
Original required rate was 7 per over. It's hovering about 7. Seems like batsman is struggling with his hamstring, or maybe the case of a few cramps. It is quite humid outside.
Appears to be a cramp to me. I think he's stretching a little bit. Don't think it's a hamstring. Let's hope it's not. We did see a hamstring issue with very little. Is it the hamstring? He doesn't seem to be happy with it, but these are the 2 wickets.
A very dangerous batsman in any format of the game. Struggling. He is having a chat with the physio. Should I carry on or should I not? Because I'm feeling very comfortable there. Uncomfortable.
Spun a bit with the slow one. Jordan's back, and the good news is Imrul Kayes is continuing, so that's very good news.
Yes, he has done the hard work. When COMILLA Victorians lost an early wicket, he arrived at the crease, absorbed a lot of pressure, batted sensibly, kept on rotating the strike, and when the time was right, he went after the bowlers. He's been able to hit 2 4s and 2 6s. Strike rate is good, beyond 100. He's been ably supported by Butler, who is unbeaten on 15. Plenty of protection on the boundary line. It was in the air. Poor fielding, poor effort, resulting in a single.
Yeah, that should have been picked up better, but I think he's struggling. Imrul Kayes is definitely struggling. He's not moving with the
tournament. If he's not feeling comfortable, I think he should go back and leave.
Even though you live in Dhaka?
So I have a really strong bond for COMILLA because our house is there in COMILLA. It's near the Victorian College, and my uncle, my big uncle, he was the vice president of the student council, and all my uncles and my aunts, they're like a die-hard fan for COMILLA.
Yeah. Well, they're not doing too bad. Family connections over there, but tell me.
For sure, I love
some of the dance moves.
Chittagang faner kache, Chittagang Victorians faner kache, sorry, Chittagang Vikings faner kache, হ্যাঁ। তো আমি তোমার কাছে জানতে চাই, COMILLA করতে পারবে Chittagang Vikings team that she liked asking for his.
That you even called the Chittagong team the Victorians. That's how well COMILLA is doing.
No,
and as you can see,
exactly. শোনো, তোমরা এখন বলতে হবে চিটাগাং এর কিন্তু সামনে খেলা আসছে, চিটাগাং এ আমরা খেলতে যাচ্ছি, চিটাগাং এর এনার্জি ফিরে আসবে।
As you can see, there's confusion here, but I think we are winning the battle. I think so. Yeah, we are winning.
ঘুরে যায় এটা কেউ বলতে পারে না, সম্পূর্ণ ভাগ্যের ব্যাপার। হয়তো আমরা আজকে একটু খারাপ খেলতে পারি, কিন্তু নেক্সট টাইম যে খারাপ খেলবো এটা কোনো কথা না।
Well, I thought it could carry on forever. And that was a Yorker length. He's been able to hit a big 6 in this over as well. Imrul Kayes. Backs away. And farms.
আরে ভাই, বাংলা লিংকে ফিরলে এত হিসাব করতে হয় না।
বন্ধু বাংলা লিংক সংযোগ চালু করলেই টানা 3 মাস আধা পয়সা 1 পয়সায় কথা বলুন মাত্র 39 টাকা রিচার্জে, আর সাথে আছে 10 জিবি পর্যন্ত ইন্টারনেট বোনাস। বাংলা লিংক।
This is sunshine smile.
And 9, they were on top. I think they wanted to have a bad change. Imrul Kayes.
I think it's about the umpires wanting the players to move on a little bit quicker. I would have thought that he would want more attention for his hamstring or his cramp because he was struggling a bit. But it appears to be the bat that he's concerned about.
From here on, he just wants to deal in boundaries and sixes. Replacement bats.
There are two of them. Players today, they have plenty of equipment at their disposal. They're very lucky.
Format. That was short.
And indeed, he's so good with shots like that. Got a fine leg out, quite fine, and a managed square leg. Long on out as well. Already 5 runs of 2 balls. Good Yorker. That's a good comeback. He's mixed it up quite well, bowled it quite judiciously, I must say. Outside the cricket, of course, Amir, I think. What we can be very impressed is about the crowd. On a working day, particularly the previous game, I thought that was a magnificent crowd.
Oh, what a stroke that was. Where did this come from?
And that's why Josh Bottler is been thought of so highly.
And that's why he's so dangerous in this format. Congratulations to him for 4,000 runs. 50 times. Oh, he was once again trying to create room for himself. Bowler followed him on that occasion.
The last ball of the over, that was a slower one. Just holding.
What is he looking to do? Once again a slowish. The only thing Josh Butler needed to do was get bat on.
কোন পরিমাণ রিচার্জে পাচ্ছেন ব্যাংককের এয়ার টিকেট জেতার সুযোগ। এছাড়াও পাচ্ছেন অসংখ্য সারপ্রাইজ।
No.
Huh?
It's the safest.
বন্ধুদের নাম্বার 1 নেটওয়ার্ক এয়ারটেলে ফিরে আসলেই 20 জিবি বোনাস। এয়ারটেল।
স্যার লুজ প্লিজ। এমন ঝড়ের গতিতে সব লিখে ফেলতে ম্যাটাডোর বল পেন। এতে আছে জার্মান হাই ফ্লো ইঙ্ক, লেখাকে করে সুপার ডুপার ফাস্ট এন্ড ফাস্ট।
সোয়াদিকা।
থাইল্যান্ড যাবার ইচ্ছেটা যাদের এত বেশি, তারা রবিতে যে কোনো পরিমাণ রিচার্জে পাচ্ছেন ব্যাংককের এয়ার টিকেট জেতার সুযোগ। এছাড়াও পাচ্ছেন অসংখ্য সারপ্রাইজ। রবি
সিনেমা সাথে রাখো সব সময়।
সিনেমা
সুডক। আমার সৌরভ, আমার পরিচয়, লাক্স।
He was very expensive in the previous game, in his previous outing. Starts off with a short pitch delivery.
Well, Imrul Kayes, he's not been dismissed in the last 3 games. He's been in fair time here. He's bowling to a left-hander.
If he's been stubborn or he hasn't been able to make a decision for himself, I think the coach or the captain should ask him to come out. He's an important player. And there is a... So I think decision has to be made.
So that one, I thought Josh Butler was a bit lucky. He completely mistimed it. The leg spinner's on. At the left-hander. And the leg break to the left-hander needs to be more controlled. That's what we're talking about. Being dismissed just once in the series, but 3 times not out.
That's a rarity. 2 dot deliveries. Are they out? And us runs.
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই। ম্যাপ দেখি। সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন।
ব্যাগ 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
সারাদিনের ব্যস্ততায় ত্বকের যত্ন নেওয়ার সময় কই, কিন্তু ভ্যাসলিনের কাজ চলছেই।
Asking rate, these two batsmen, Omrul Kays and Jos Buttler. I think this is sensible from the batting side.
স্যার লুজ প্লিজ। এমন ঝড়ের গতিতে সব লিখে ফেলতে ম্যাটাডোর বল পেন, এতে আছে
দিয়ে কিভাবে ড্যান্ড্রফ দূর হবে? নেভার। ফাইনালি পেয়েছি ভরসা করার মতো একটি শ্যাম্পু, এভারক্লিয়ার নিউট্রিয়েন্ট 10 যুক্ত, যা দেয় জিরো ড্যান্ড্রফ নন স্টপ। তাই যখনই চাই জিরো ড্যান্ড্রফ, আমার ভরসা শুধু
এটা রাতে এটা কখন যে কোনটা অন থাকে আসলে
একটু হিসাব। বাংলা লিংকে ফিরলে এত হিসাব করতে হয় না।
বন্ধু বাংলা লিংক সংযোগ চালু।
LPK strategic timeout.
Don't think so, but the way carry.
Worry about anything.
Never really there. That's
It's 1-1. A very impressive record in T20 format. Well, okay, so this happened.
That was a good catch by Ising, isn't it? That looked quite nice.
This AKS BPL 2017 powered by Shah Cement is all about being color coordinated, and teams are definitely a nice delivery, giving the ball a bit of air.
Alan Samuels just in the other day held on to an outstanding catch. Haven't really seen him blossom so far in Dhaka with the bat. Another punishing player, I can tell you. Remember, he played an outstanding knock in that T20 final against Sri Lanka in 2012. Got 80 something where the West Indies won that championship.
Well, it's 113 for 3, only 27 runs required from 24 deliveries now.
Let's have a look at Josh Buttler's sixes this tournament. Yeah, down the wicket. He loves going down the wicket, and when he does that, when he gets in a really good position, couple of short deliveries. But that is something very special. An incredible shot, unbelievable to put that away for a massive six.
Spent time out in the middle, and he's done that over the last 3 innings. Half century in the last game, 47 in the game before that. And really just a cool, calm customer. And really just controlling proceedings here at the Sherabangla National Stadium.
Yeah, he picked up a 50 in the last match that he played, Josh Buttler. And continuing this where he left the other day. 35 now of 27. I know the total is not a very big one for COMILLA Victorians to chase, but then again you would want someone to be there. The biggest six has been more than 100 meters, 101 for Josh Buttler. Average six distance is pretty big actually, 90 meter. Tournament average, gone ahead of the tournament average.
And that tells you that he packs a real punch.
Too wide, too full, easy, too easy. This time around it's Samuels who put that away to the boundary.
That's a poor delivery. He especially to somebody like Marlon Samuels, who loves to give himself room and hit over the offside field. 22 required now from 22.
Yeah, looks like COMILLA Victorians will go on to pick up their third victory in 4 matches. But on the other hand, they've only managed to lose 3 out of 4 matches after this. So they need to find someone who can bring them back in this tournament. Anamalak Bijoy, but I'm not too sure. I thought maybe that the ball just got stuck in the hat that he's wearing, and if it did, single taken. Yeah, but it looked like the ball did get stuck in the hat that he's wearing, the cap that Anamalak Bijoy is wearing. $18. The fielder is going to go, have a look at it because it's gone over the top of him. 6 to finish the over, 15 runs in that over, 128 for 3. They need another 12 from 18 balls now. Good for 4. He's got another 6. So they need 6 from 17 deliveries. A slick backing shot. Moves on to 44.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Speed off the bat. 129 wickets, if I can call it that, for Chittagong.
Went down the wicket, hardly misses, but this time he missed. And it was just easy stumping. In the end, a wicket for Sanjamul. Easily a hitter on the onside towards the middle area. Just punch it straight to the fielder. Again, no run.
Gliding down past the leg stump.
Yeah, after being hit for a 6 in the first delivery, he's come back very nicely. Tanjamul Islam picked up a wicket of Josh Butler, and then he bowled 3 dots on the trot. Make that 4 dot. What an over. 134 for 4. Vikings only managed to score 139 for 4, and at the moment, after 18, 6 runs behind. They need 6 to win. 5 to tie, 6 to win. Bit of a chat between Sikandar Raza and a few players here. A little bit
Start in almost every inning so far. 3 of the 4 matches they've played. But as you get to that 8th over, to the end of to take them to the end and have a decent score on the board. Struggled their way to all the totals they've made so far, and that's why they find themselves